Hello, YouTube friends. Hello, Internet. My last video was about things aren't working, and I have this. I was thinking about why I do videos. And one of the reasons I do videos is through my presence for people that are watching. I'm attempting to instill a sense of understanding why things aren't working. We know things aren't working. That anybody that still thinks the world is a fabulous place the way we have shaped it and created the destruction, the wars, the chemical destruction, the nuclear destruction, why things are the way they are is what really interests it. Always since I started making paintings, there was always this feeling in me is, why are things the way they are? And I want to just sort of preempt. I captured listening to Jordan Maxwell talking to Richie Allen show. I really like this Richie Allen show guy. You've got to check this guy out. I really like him. He was interviewing a woman who had her son taken away from her and given to the abusive hubby. It's brutal. It's like the Jimmy Savile story. The child services all work in cahoots to perpetrate the pain and the hurt that continues. And my thoughts in terms of my contribution to making things better. If they're not working, trying to make things better. How can I help make things better? I do it through making paintings, and I actually had some wonderful responses around a few of my paintings recently that people appreciate and love looking at the paintings I make, some of them anyway. uh, that's a whole other thing about getting into what it is that we like and what we appreciate. I don't want to confirm things that you already know. I want to challenge. This is the true feeling of making paintings, making art, is that you're questioning yourself. You're saying to yourself, I've always thought this way, but wow, how about that? That's really fascinating. Anyway, the challenges we face are monumental, but the biggest challenge, what I've been going on about since the first week after Fukushima blew up, is the nuclear, the industrial, this criminal syndicate that runs this industry called the nuclear industry. It's a criminal syndicate because they get freebies. The Price-Anderson Act, that whatever damage they cause, they don't have to pay for it. They can do whatever the hell they want. This is a tragedy in human development for us to allow our complicity to allow this industry to take over and now threaten all life on this planet. This is what is happening, and this is our biggest challenge. No, people, it's not the economy. It's not aliens manipulating us from a faraway place or hovering around the outside. And what is our reality? Our world is not what it appears to be. Of course not. Of course not. But our biggest challenge is not all the trivialities around whatever. You figure out what your challenge might be, and I will top it with the nuclear destruction through Fukushima, what's going on with this reality. We are under threat. All life is under threat. And I'm going to preempt this. I captured this little thing with Jordan Maxwell and why we're in the position that we're in. This is something that I want to reiterate over and over. There is a reason. There is a reason why people go off on you and me and screaming and saying it's so fucked up, it's horrible, it's terrible. I'm going to tell you why. I've been trying to say, I've been trying to put this together, and it's a very obvious thing. It's not me being really smart. It's like being real about what it is that makes things work. And I'm gonna attach this little capture. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what I've been going on about, and I'm gonna attach this little clip from Jordan Maxwell being interviewed by Richie Allen in the Richie Allen show. It's a hour and a half or something. You don't have to listen. I'll attach it on the bottom. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. And this is what I've been saying. And some people have been asking me to verify or to prove or to say, well, If this is why things are going wrong, prove it to me because, well, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. I love this. I thought this was great that these two guys talked about this. And it's so obvious. You know, people say, oh, yeah, well, it's obvious. Well, no, it's not that obvious because it's not been, we have not applied this power in us, this calling, as I call it, this calling we have. And listen.
That we only do nice things for one another because we deep down believe that it'll give us a easier passage to the afterlife.
Well,
What do you say to people who say that?
All right. Well, you don't buy it. Well, neither did the Apostle Paul in the New Testament. Saul of Tarsus wrote probably one half or more of the New Testament. His name was Saul of Tarsus. Christians will know what I'm talking about. He became known as the Apostle Paul. Well, the Apostle Paul said himself that the people of the nations do the law without being told the law. They do it only because as human, they understand things which are wrong, and the things which are wrong, the Bible tells you are wrong. The people of the nations who do not know God are doing the same thing. So the Apostle Paul said it himself. The people of the nations practice the law without even knowing it's the law. And so what he's saying is that you don't have to sit down and have me explain for 3 hours a religious discussion on how you should not steal from your neighbor. You should not commit adultery with someone else's wife. You should not do this. You should not cheat and lie. You don't need me to sit down and explain all that to you. You should know that when you're 8 years old, that you don't steal, you don't hurt other people. You know, what goes around comes around. You don't lie and mistreat other people. You don't do it to puppies and dogs. You don't do it to people. So the idea is that you don't need religion to tell you what you already normally know. You just know it's wrong.
Absolutely
You can
right.
act like you don't, but you know it's wrong what you're doing. Whatever you're doing that is wrong, your spirit as a human tells you, you know it's wrong. It's not right to do what you're doing.
And you don't need to read any 10 Commandments, or you don't need to be told about 10 Commandments to do that. We're going to just pause very.
Okay, so that's my comment. You know how I've been going on about conscience. Everybody knows. This is not an original thought. But we're struggling so much with the idea of things not working. Things are going totally mucky fuck, and the nuclear industry is the jewel in the crown, destroying everything. And the reason it's happening is because we don't act our conscience, what these two people are talking about. And it seems redundant to talk about this, but it's a very simple fact. And I think the simple fact in this is that we need to do the right thing every day. And it's not part of a dissertation where you say, well, some person may think doing the wrong thing to me is doing the right thing to them. No, it's not. No, it's not. Come on. This is like everybody knows, and it's an excuse. People have excuses to actually screw around with this fundamental principle of conscience that is innate in all human beings that are not sociopathic or psychopathic. Yeah, I'm not talking about the psychopaths. I'm talking about normal people know when they're doing the wrong thing. And if you're shopping at Walmart and you're buying shit from Walmart that slave labor has done, you know you're doing the wrong thing. So everybody's on the hook here. We got to revise our lives. I'm guilty. I'm a culprit. I told you, I work on this every day. I have to do the right thing. I work on it. It's an ongoing thing. It's not just something that falls in your lap. So we got to start to do the right thing. And we don't invest in uranium companies and murdering chemical pharmaceutical companies and Monsanto. We know the right thing to do, but we'll excuse ourselves because, oh yeah, we got to stay alive. We got to make money, I guess, whatever. You know, we all have excuses, and I'm not going to I'm not going to point my finger at anybody because I have a struggle myself to do the right thing every day. That's what I mean. It's the nuances of doing the right thing every day, which will extend to every single person on the planet. Eventually, if everybody does the right thing, we wouldn't be stuck in the shitter we're stuck in.